Welcome, everybody. Fall Classic Baseball. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. It is the 1980 Oakland A's versus the 1980 Kansas City Royals. The A's are 18-16, while the Royals are 22-16. It's going to be Steve McCatty on the mound facing Dennis Leonard. Dennis Leonard rolled an A bullpen, while McCatty rolled a B bullpen. So both pitchers are competitive today. We'll see what happens. It's going to be Ricky Henderson leading it off, followed by Dale Murphy. Then it's Dave Revering, the first baseman, who is leading the A's in hitting at 350. Wayne Gross at third base. Mitchell Page, the DH, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Tony Armas, batting 307 in right field. The seventh place hitter is Jim Essien. The catcher, batting eighth, is Mario Guerrero, the shortstop. And ninth is Rob Piccolo, the second baseman. And let's start it off. We're going to use fast action cards. Here it is, Fall Classic Baseball. Very little prep with Fall Classic Baseball. Everything is kind of done for you. We're going to read off that first line because it's the first inning. It's going to be a 25. And a D20, in case we need, it'll be an 18. So 25 is going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly to center field. 18 tells you that. The D20 that you roll tells you what kind of an out it is. Next up is Dwayne Murphy, who went out. Here's a pitch from Leonard. That's a 55, and that's laced for a base hit to right. So Murphy, plus there's a plus sign. Murphy is a 13 stolen base. We're going to try to go for it. And the throw down, and he is safe with a 5. So Murphy steals second. And here's Dave Revering. Here's a pitch. Actually, 1-5 on a stolen base may be a potential error on the catcher. Let's see. I don't remember. I can't really find it right now. I thought I saw it somewhere. Pickoff attempt. If the die is a 1, then there's a pickoff attempt. 1-5. Check the catcher's E rating. If equal to or less than. All right. So 1-5. So we rolled a. It's going to be a. It was a 5. So let's check the catcher's E rating. Let's see, Watson. And Watson's E rating is a 1, so no error on Watson. So here's a pitch. So I think I pulled the card already. It's a 34. 34 is a blank, and a 34A is an out. And it's going to be what kind of an out? It's a 15. So with a runner on second, a 15 is going to be, he's a lefty, so that is going to be a ground ball to first, and that will allow Murphy to get to third base. 2 out, runner on third. And here's the pitch. It's an 11, and that's a base on ball. 1-8 is a base on balls, otherwise it's going to be a K. And it's a 19, that's an out. 9-17 would have been a K. And it's a fly to right to end the inning. So Wayne Gross flies out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're at the bottom of the first inning. Now the Royals are 22-11, so they have a heck of a ball club. Steve McCatty against Willie Wilson to start it off. And it's going to be UL Washington and George Brett, who batted 390, I believe it was. Darrell Porter is the cleanup hitter. Willie Mays Aikens at first base, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Watson, the catcher. Batting seventh is Pete Lecoq, the left fielder. The right fielder, Hurdle, batting eighth, and batting ninth is Dave Chalk, the second baseman. Let's do it. Here's a pitch from McCatty, and 26, and a 26 is a base hit. So Wilson is on with a single. Next up is UL Washington with a 51. That's going to be a KD check, and we will check the KD. It's a 19, so it won't be. Now let's look at what type of 51 it is. It's a potential shortstop error. We're going to look at a D20, and a 14 will not be an error, but it's a even number, so that's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. All right, here's George Brett. Here's the pitch. That's an 11. That's a base hit. Where will the runner go? F advances, and Washington is an F, so he will go to third. First and third, and George Brett's going to try to steal. He's got a plus sign. He's a 14, so we will pull a card, and it's an 11. So there goes Brett. The throw down, not in time, so he steals second and third for the Royals. This is 1980. They just go fearlessly. All right, Darrell Porter. Here's a pitch. That's a 23. A 23 is a 1-14K, and it's a 16. So it's going to be some other kind of an out. It's going to be a 2, which is a fly ball to center field. Runners will advance. Runners hold. Runner on third can score. FA can score. So the first one, I guess, would be the guy on third. The second one, let's see. Sometimes this is tricky with runners on second and third. And what do I have? A 2, second and third. Let me look at the official chart. Fly out, runners hold, but can score if third. If white die, 2, F or an A will score from third. So he is an F, so there will be a sacrifice fly here. And the Royals have taken the lead, 1-0. All right, so Porter picks up a sac fly to the center fielder, Murphy. And with 2 outs, here is Willie Mays Aikens. That's a 55. That's going to be a 1-9, a double. That will score another run. Either way, another one is going to score, and that's going to be a single. And it's almost guaranteed. F will score. 2 outs, they will score. So it's 2-0. RBI single for Willie Mays Aikens. A 55 is a good double to roll. All right, here's Wathan. It's a 23. 23 is an out. And it's a ground ball to first base to retire the side. 2 runs on 1-2 hits and a sacrifice fly. So it's 2-0. We're at the top of the second. All right, let's see. Mitchell Page is up. Now we're going to look at column 2, a 54. That's a 54 chart, and it's right here on the cards. We're going to check the center fielder for an error, and we got a 6. Our center fielder is Wilson. Let's look for the Kansas City chart. Let's see if we can track that down. Red Sox, Baltimore. I may have to put one out for Kansas City, or maybe not. It seems that I do have to put one out for Kansas City. Angels, Twins, Mariners, Orioles. Who else is in here? Red Sox, Yankees, Rangers, and Royals. It's the last one. What else is new? Center fielder is Willie Wilson. And Wilson, error-wise, is a 2. And what do we have? We had a 4. So he's going to make that running catch in center field. So 1 out. Page Flies out to center field. Here comes Tony Armas. And that's a 16. 16 is a strikeout. He swings and misses at a Dennis Leonard fastball. I don't know if you remember Dennis Leonard, but he was 20-11 in 1980. Next up is Essien with a 35. 35 is a blank, and a 35 is an out. We're looking at column 2, and it's a fly to center field to retire the side. No runs, no hits. We are at the bottom of the second inning. McCaddy against Lecoq, Hurdle, and Chalk. Beautiful sunny afternoon here in Kansas City, Missouri. All right. Steve McCaddy versus Pete Lecoq. Here's a pitch, and that's a 15. 15 is an out. Picked up by Guerrero, and he throws him out. And a 55. That's going to be a drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders, rolling to the wall, and played off a carom by the center fielder, Murphy. Taking for second is Hurdle. Here's the throw, and not in time. Hurdle slides in with a one-out double. Next is Dave Chalk with a 53, and that's going to be a KD check. Oh, it's a 1-strike-3, and he gets some. Had to be a really low number for that to happen. It's 1-2 is the only way you get a strikeout instead of a potential error. All right, so here's the top of the order with 2 outs and 1 on at second base. And here's Willie Wilson. That's a 16. 16 will be an out. It's a fly ball center field. In the gap is Murphy, and he gets there to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we go to the top of the third inning. Let's see if the A's can get something going here. Score a run or 2 or more. They're on an 8-game winning streak, by the way. Their record now is 18-16. They have the same exact record that they did in real life, by the way. Pretty crazy. Guerrero. This is the third inning, so that's a 62. It's a strikeout. Didn't even have to pull a card. So I pulled it for the next batter. That's a 44, and that's line base hit for Piccolo. Piccolo strokes a single. He's on at first, and up is Ricky Anderson. Bats from the right side. He flied out on his first at bat. Here's the pitch from Leonard. 24. 24 is a 1-5 hit by pitch, and that's a 12. And we'll pull one for the out. It's a 9. A 9 out is a fly to right. And then it's Murphy. Murphy's got a, what are we looking at? This is the top of the third, so we're looking at a 36. 36 is a blank, and a 36 is an out. What kind of an out? And that's a fly to right. Back-to-back flyouts to right field. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's going to be Washington, Brett, and Porter. 2-0 Royals. That's a 52. We're going to do the KD check, and it's bottom of the third. It's a 2. That's a strikeout. So twice we've gotten the KD result from McCaddy. He's gotten lucky. Instead of error checks, we got strikeouts. Here's George Brett, B1 and only a 41. That's going to be a base on balls. So he pitches to Brett very cautiously and loses him. He's on at first. Here's Porter. So 24. 24 is 1-3 hit by pitch, and it's 17. And the out is going to be an 11, which is a ground ball. But what did I say it was? It was a 24, so that's a 4. On an 11, that's a ground ball to second base. Let's see. Runner on first. I believe Brett is fast. He is. So it's a throw to first. And Darryl Porter's fast. So let's see this. Okay. Okay, runner on first. F or A runner advances to second. S runner out at second. And if batter has an S run rating, he is also out at first. Ground ball double play. F or A batter is safe at first. So this is going to be an infield hit. Wow. Infield hit. And next is Willie Mays Aikens. First and second, only one out. Here's the pitch. We're looking at the 3 column because the third inning, that's a 35. A 35 is a blank, and that's going to be an out. But really, what kind of an out? It's going to be a 19, which is a fly to right field. Runner on first and second. If the die roll is a 1, and it is not a 9, so it is not. I'm going to look at the full chart again. Runners on first and second and a 19. Fly run. White die a 1. So the die is a 9. I don't know how you would get a. Okay. The original roll, I believe, was a 35, I believe. Yeah, it was a 35, so it's a 5. Just a fly out to right field. 2 out. And here's Wathan. That's where I got confused. All right, it'd be easier if I was rolling dice, but I had to think a little bit since I'm pulling fast action cards. Here's Wathan. He's a batsman on the right side. It's a 41. Never like to see that 41. That's an automatic walk. That's the second walk given up by McCaddy here in this inning, and that's going to load the bases with 2 outs. Question is, can McCaddy get out of this jam? Pete Lecoq, not a really good hitter, but that's a 65, and that's going to be a home run -8. He's a 16, so 8 or less is a grand slam for Lecoq. 8 or less, and we're looking at a 12. We got super lucky, which is a fly ball center field. Racing in is Murphy, and he puts it away. No runs, 1 hit, 3 left, and we go to the top of the 4th inning. So McCaddy just barely got out of that jam. And here's going to be Dennis Leonard facing Reverend Gross and Page. All right, let's do it. We're looking at the 4th column now. It's a 56. That's going to be a strikeout. So Reverend swings and misses at a Leonard curveball. And here's Gross with a 62, and that is a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. And next up with a 23 is Mitchell Page, and he swings and misses. Strikes out the side, 3 up, 3 down. Those are the 3 biggest power hitters. Well, you got Armas coming up next. So bottom of the 4th, still 2-0 Kansas City. Kansas City has a heck of a team. They're 22-11. Here's McCaddy to Clint Hurdle. Let's see if we can get some easy outs here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a 26. That's going to be a base hit. It's a splits hit. There's been 2 so far in this game. Here's Chalk with an 11. That's going to be some sort of an out. And what kind of an out is it going to be? It's going to be a fly to center field. Murphy's right there. Next is Willie Wilson. And it's a 15. A 15 is an out. What kind of an out is that? It's a fly to left. Skied high in left field corner. Henderson out there and into the corner and makes the catch in foul ground. All right. Ricky Henderson runs it down, showing off the range. And here is Washington. It's a 53. That's a KD check. And it's a 16. So it won't be. So we're going to look at the range. Who it's to. It's infield. Infield, I believe, is a 12, and we roll an 11. And that is, let me double check that his infield Guerrero is a 10. So that's by him into left field. And will runner go to third on this? If one out, no, it's going to hold. There's 2 outs. So runner's on first and second. And George Brett, the batter. Again, McCaddy is in trouble. And a 4 is going to be a 65, and that's going to be a pitcher home run. That's going to be a 3-run shot almost automatically. 1-16, only a miracle, and it's a deep drive off the bat of Brett to right center field. Back goes the right fielder. Armas to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. George Brett makes it 5-0. Knew that was going to happen. Can't keep on loading the bases or at least allowing guys on and getting out of trouble every single inning. So we're going to have a short leash on McCaddy today. He's just not doing well today. He's not pitching well today. He doesn't have his good stuff. 8, 2, and 3. 3 RBIs for Brett. So Brett's 2 for 2 today with a home run, a single, stolen base, 3 RBIs. And here's Darrell Porter. We're looking at column 4, and column 4 reads 35. A 35 is a blank, and a 35 is an out. Now we're going to read the second row, which is a 2, and that is a fly to center to end the inning. But they pick up 3 more runs on 3 more hits, and we go to the top of the 5th. 5-0 Kansas City Royals. Ouch. Can the Athletics get a little bit something going here? That's the question. Tony Armas is up, and we're looking at 61. That's going to be a strikeout. That's 4 in a row. Next up is Essien. 32, and a 32 is a blank, and a 32 is going to be a drive, and that's going to be, this is the 5th inning. 32 in the 5th inning, and it's a 10, so that's going to be an 32. It's going to be a 1-6 double, so that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a ground ball, second base. Chalk throws him out. I remember Chalk from the Angels. I didn't even know he was on the Royals. I remember Willie Mays Aikens on the Angels. I didn't know he was on the Royals. Here's Mario Guerrero. It's a 15. That's an out. And a 10 is going to be a line out. A line out to third base, L5 to end the inning. No runs, no hits. And we go down to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-0 Royals. There's a couple of arms warming up in the bullpen. It looks like who's out there? Jones and Hamilton. Jones the righty, Hamilton the lefty. Here's Willie Mays Aikens with a 56, and that's going to be a strikeout. Aikens swings at a ball in the dirt. Sinker. I moved away from the hitter. Here's Wathan with the pitch, and that's a 26, and that against a lefty's a single. Against a righty, it's going to be a ground ball to third. Two down, and here is Pete Lecoq. And it's a 24. 24 1-4 is a hit by pitch, and it's a 5. So, let me just double check that 24. We're looking at a 5. And it's going to be a 12, which is a pop-up. What did I say it was? 6. It was a. It's the bottom of the 5th, so it should have been a 61. Can't be a 55. That's weird. 24. It was a 24. Oh, it doesn't matter. It was an out anyway. Oh, then I had to roll for the hit by pitch, and it was a 5. And then now it's going to be a 12, which is a pop up to the second baseman to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. The easiest inning that McCaddy's had so far. Once he gave up 5 runs, all of a sudden he's able to pitch now and get out of an inning, right? So this looks like one that the A's are going to lose here. Fall Classic Baseball. Piccolo, he's a single. He's got a single today. That's a 45. 45 is an out. And that is a ground ball. He's a righty, so it's a ground ball to third. 1 down. Next is Ricky Henderson. Oh, a 66. That's going to be a double, triple, or a single. And on a 6, a 9 is going to be a base hit. And Henderson is going to dig for second. Here's the throw, and he is safe with a double. So stretch the single into a double, and the throw from the right fielder Hurdle was late. All right, here goes Murphy with a 25, and that's going to be an out, kind of an out. It's a 16. It's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. And let's see if runner advances on that. And he does advance. That's weird. He does advance on the ground ball to shortstop. And here's Revering with a runner at third. Here's a pitch. It's a 55, and that's a drive. And that's over the center fielder's head. Into score is Henderson. And on to second base with an RBI double. A 2-out RBI double is Dave Revering. Dave Revering is basically their best hitter so far this season. Batted .290, had the best season of his career. 2 years after this, he's out of baseball, by the way. Wayne Gross with a 34, that's a blank, and an A34, that's an out. And a 10 is a pop-up to the second baseman, and that ends the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, and it's 5-1. Kansas City Royals. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching Fall Classic Baseball. I want to play the 1950 Cubs. I believe they had the rifleman Chuck Connors on their team. That would be fun. All right, Hurdle. Bottom of the 6th is a 31. That's a base hit. Lines 1 to left, right over the shortstop's head. So Hurdle's got his 3rd hit of the day. Chalk is going to bunt. He's a 3, but he's going to bunt anyway. We're in the bottom of the 6th. That's a 62, and that's a strikeout. Next up is Wilson. That's a 42. 42 is an out. What kind of an out? It's going to be an 11. And Wilson, oh boy, this is again an infield hit. Don't tell me that. Ooh, 6 is an 11 out. Let me see. Runner on first. Other base situations, see main boards. See main boards. F or A, a runner's advanced to second. So he's going to run. Everybody's kind of fat. Let's see what Hurdle is. Hurdle is on first, and he is A. So he's going to advance to second. And then it says F or A batter is safe at first. Oh, this is, okay, wait. S runner out at second. And if the batter has an S rating, he is also out at first. Ground double play. This is a weird result because this is the second time it's going to be an infield hit. So runners on first and second for the second time. And we're going to pull, oh, wait, I put it in the wrong place. Hold on. We're going to pull McCaddy because it's getting out of hand. It's not his day. Started the day with a 4.17 ERA, and it's gone up. All right, we got a UL Washington switch hitter. We're going to bring in Lacey, Spacey Lacey. I make notes of everybody who plays in these series before I start. So Spacey Lacey's coming in. And he's going to be, what's he going to be? He's going to be a B pitcher. And here is UL Washington, bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 31, and that's a base hit single. Runner on second scores because he's fast. Oh no, he's A. S or A hold. So the bases will be loaded for George Brett. Ouch. Lefty on lefty, here goes. 66 or 6th inning, 54. That's going to be a result, a wow result with runners on base. Wild pitcher pass ball, a 6. That is going to be at least it's a wild pitch. It may be a pass ball. Essendon's pass ball rating is a 1 or a 2. So it's going to be a wild pitch. Hurl comes in to score. Moving to second and going to third is Wilson to third, Washington to second. I'm going to walk Brett. Bases are loaded. And here comes Darryl Porter. We got the infield halfway. Just want to prevent a big inning right here. Let's see. We're in a 6, which is a 33. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be trouble because that's going to be a 1-4 single or a walk. It's a 7, so it's a base on balls. That forces in a run. And the bases are loaded again. And again, I'm playing the corners in, and I'll play the middle halfway. Here's Akins. Here's the pitch at 23. 23 is a strikeout. Big strikeout by Lacey. And now it's Wathan. 63, and that's going to be all she wrote. It's a 14, which is a chopper to the second baseman who steps on the bag. And the Royals pick up another couple of runs, 2 more runs on 1, 2, 3 more hits, and they lead it by a score of 7-1. We go to the top of the 7th inning. All right, Mitchell Page. Leading it off against Leonard. It's the 7th inning. It's a 14. That's a strikeout. Page swings and misses. Goes down on strikes. Here's Armas. That's the 2nd time he's struck out. And a 24 is going to be a hit by pitch 1 and 2. And it's going to be a 2, which is a hit by pitch. It's a 1. I see. We're in the 7th now. Yep. So it's a hit by pitch for Armas. He's not happy about that. And neither are the Athletics, who are saying something to Leonard on the mound. Here's Essien. I don't visualize that happening back then. They just took it and kept quiet, and that's part of the game. Essien. 7 is a 22, and a 22 is a 1 is a walk. It's a 14, so that's going to be some sort of an out. And it's a 3. A 3. He's a righty with bases with runner on first. Third baseman S. Let's see what Brett is at third base. He's an A, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. They get the runner at second base, and Essien is now with 2 outs. He's on a first. Here's the pitch to Guerrero, and a 7 is a 21. A 21 is an out. And it's a 2, which is a fly to center field for Guerrero, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lacey's still in there. You're watching a presentation of Fall Classic Baseball, one of the few games I play. I will be doing an unboxing very, very soon with some very cool, hard to find, out of production stuff. And here's Pete Lecoq. What a name that is, huh? All right. Again, we're in 7. That's a 16. That's going to be a pop-up to as I was shortstop. 1 away. Here's Clint Hurdle. Hurdle is 3 for 3 today. It's a 14. That'll be his first out. His first out is a ground ball to first base. 2 out. And stepping on the bag right ahead of him is Revering. And here's Dave Chalk, who was 0 for 3 today. 26, and versus a lefty, that's a single, so that's a base hit single. So Chalk singles. That's a split result. Next batter is 63, and that's going to be an out. Let's see what kind of an out that is. 63. Let's say fly to right. Over his Armas, and he squeezed it for the out. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the top of the 8th inning. It is 7-1 Royals. Just one of those games that you're just watching to just fill the air. Not an exciting game, and get just some general information in here. Here's some dialogue or some monologue. Rob Piccolo's up. He's 1 for 2 today. Henderson and then Murphy. Here's a pitch from Leonard. It's the 8th, so it's a 51. That's a KD check. And that's a strikeout in the 8th. Got a 1 there. So Piccolo goes down on strikes. And next is Ricky Henderson, 35. And 35 is some sort of an out. It's a ground ball to third, 2 away. And here's Murph. All right. Dwayne Murphy, and that's a 61. He was the captain, by the way. That's a swing and a miss, and they get Murphy strikes out. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strikeouts for Dennis Leonard. He had 155 strikeouts, so no runs, no hits, none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Got to watch the Mets tonight. DeGrom is pitching. Here's Bob Lacey facing. This is his 3rd inning. We're going to pull him already. He's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and he can go 10. So we're going to just pull him right now. And it's going to be Hamilton, kind of in a blowout. So at this, you know what? It could be Camacho. I'm going to bring in Hamilton because I know Hamilton pitched. Camacho doesn't pitch till the end of the series. So I know Hamilton pitches towards the beginning of the series, so I know that he's in there for sure. All right, so Hammy's in there. And let's see what he's going to be. We pull a card. We are in the bottom of the 8th, and that's going to be an 8 pitcher for Hamilton. Pulled a 3. All right, let's see if I can get everything in the picture. Let me move this a little bit farther back, just because the cards are the pile is so high that it's getting closer and closer to the camera. All right, here's UL Washington. We're looking at the 8th inning now, and that's a 14. That will be an out of some kind. It's a ground ball to the no. He's batting from the right side, and that's going to be to the 3rd baseman. As a righty, he hits it to the 3rd baseman. George Brett. George Brett is 2 for 2 with a walk, an intentional walk, 3-run homer, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. What a day. That's a 44, and that's going to be a drive. That's going to split the outfield. There's 1 hop off the wall, deep in the gap. And we're looking at an 8. That's an 18, and that's going to be George Brett is rounding second. He's digging for 3rd, and here is the relay, the tag, and he is safe with a 1-out triple. George Brett, 3 for 3 on the day. 1980. What did he bat? 390. Holy bananas. All right. Here's Darryl Porter. And an 8 is a 23, and that's 1 to 14 is a strikeout. We got a 5. That's a strikeout. 2 away. I didn't even say the infield was in, by the way. Now they're regular. All right, an 8, 22, and a 22 is a 1 to 5 single. Otherwise, it's a walk, and it's a 19, so it's a base on balls. So Hamilton loses them. And here is John Wathan. Wathan is 0 for 3 and a walk today. Here's a pitch. We're looking at the 8. It's a 16. That's an out. It's a 15, and that's a ground ball to short. And that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And we move to the top of the 9th. Last licks for the Athletics. So far, we got a 40-minute game here. Not too bad. This game plays very quickly. And you can get the sets for $20. I'm going to buy another set. Not sure what year. I want to play some Ron Darling, and I want to do some different things. I do have some sets with Ron Darling. I think I have a 1990 replay baseball set. I'm in the mood to see Ron Darling pitch or experience that. Dave Revering leading it off here against Dennis Leonard. Dennis Leonard, 27, 20, 29 batters. He can go, as you can see right down here, he can go 34 batters. It's going to be a 63, and that's going to take us to a fly to right field. In the gap, chasing it down is Hurdle, and he got a good jump on it. Runs it down. Here's Gross, who today's 0 for 3. That's an 11. That's a 1-8 walk. Otherwise, it's probably a strikeout. And it is a strikeout. Strikeout number 10. And the Royals are 1 out away from victory. Mitchell Page, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. It's a 9. It's a 45. 45 is a blank. And a 45 is some sort of an out. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Shortstop UL Washington picks it up, fires the first. High throw. Nice stretch by Akins. Ball game's over. And the final score is 7-1 Royals. Royals with 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 hits. And the Athletics with 4 hits and no errors. I don't remember there being any errors. I'll check real quick. Yeah, no errors. So for the A's, that's the end of their 8-game winning streak, 18 and 17. The A's with 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. The Royals 7 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. And that's it for game 1 of the 4-game set. Let's see what happens. In reality, the A's won just 1 game of the 4. So let's see if life imitates art or art imitates life. Take care, guys. It's Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.